54. Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, this is Howard. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson flush to his right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go. Showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Howard. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Check 26, check 26.
This is Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And now it's Rosen looking. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Now it's Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A good pickup there, 26 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st down, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. At the 21.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. And an alley to run. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
18 Gator. Leo. I got it.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And an alley to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 77 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
For a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Howard. And an alley to run. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
56. Check. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They run with Howard. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jordan Howard. Touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Hey, high 7.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now it's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Wilson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's Mills. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go,
They run again with Breida. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Motion, motion. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
To throw is Rosen. That's caught by Hollister. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Let's go.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rosen. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, exit.
Again, it's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Going for Metcalf on the he's got it at the 15. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd and 12, Wilson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, box truck.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's Rosen to throw. Check down to Breida. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a give running left is Breida. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Check 52.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they work this out past the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now on 2nd and 16. Rosen flushed out right. Completes it to the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Dancing to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
57 to mark.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tedrick Thompson picks it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's 4th and goal.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Wilson rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Oh, he shifts past him. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Check. 80.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. This is taken at the 23. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. Oh, Wilson going to throw. A victory there would mean their 6th on the year. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Wilson. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now it's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to...
Up this magic with the gang, we all out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't